Our Daily Good News, A.T. Jones, E.J. Waggoner. To the death of Christ, we owe even this earthly life. The bread we eat is the purchase of his broken body. The water we drink is bought by his spilled blood. Never one, saint or sinner, eats his daily food, but he is nourished by the body and the blood of Christ. The cross of Calvary is stamped on every loaf. It is reflected in every water spring. Number 3, everything that Christ had, you have. Beware lest any cheat you through philosophy and empty deceit, according to the tradition of men, according to the basic principles of the world, and not according to Christ. For in him dwells all the fullness of the Godhead bodily, and you are complete in him, who is the head of all principality and power. Colossians 2, 8-10. In him dwells all the fullness of the Godhead bodily, and he strengthens you with might by his Spirit in the inner man, that Christ may dwell in your heart by faith, that you may be filled with all the fullness of God. True, Christ partook of the divine nature, and so do you, if you are a child of promise and not of flesh. By the promises you are partakers of the divine nature. There was nothing given to him in this world, and he had nothing in this world that is not freely given to you, and that you may not have. All this is in order, that you may walk in the newness of life, that henceforth you may not serve sin, that you may be the servant of righteousness only, that you may be freed from sin, that sin may not have dominion over you, and that you may glorify God on the earth, and that you may be like Jesus. Therefore, to each one of us grace was given according to the measure of Christ's gift, till we all come to the unity of the faith and of the knowledge of the Son of God, to a perfect man, to the measure of the stature of the fullness of Christ. Ephesians 4, 7-13. And I plead with you not to receive the grace of God in vain. 2 Corinthians 6, verse 1. May the Lord add his blessing to his word.